Okay, guys, sorry I took a moment or two to just get myself in order on this side of the microphone and the YouTube. Hello, Rob. And hello, everybody else.
All loaded up and you are good to go.
Gents, thank you for joining me. Ladies, if there are any, you're welcome too. And Zibo, thank you for joining. I presume you're watching. This was your idea, so I can only presume you're sitting in the background watching. So guys and girls, welcome. We're going to show you a little preview of something nice that Zibo has now implemented. I won't say when we started talking about it, Zibo, but it's been a while, and thank you so much for coming through. It's not finished yet, guys. It's a surprise. It's not finished yet, but it is very promising. But first order of business is Zibo has actually now fixed up the LPV to be a little bit more realistic, even more so than the previous version that I showed you guys and the one that you've currently got. So we're going to do a test flight to make sure that the FMA is, well, at least that portion of it, plus the FMA then is more real. I believe that's what he said or implied in his chat with me, that's been sorted out. And then obviously we have that's Dimitri. Is that Dimitri? That's only Dimitri. All right, so he's changed the MMR because apparently what happens in the real world is you have to input the LPV code and it automatically switches between GLS and LPV. Okay, so that's the current information we have. All right, if it changes, it changes. Otherwise, it is what it is. Okay, so the LPV inscription itself is now removed again because apparently this is how it works. So that's the one thing. Then, surprise, surprise, look at that. Flight plan request. Okay, so this is a hookup to SimBrief. All right, so if you click that one, you'll see it's going to try and recover quite a few bits of information for you. It's not finished, guys. It will probably be finished by the time you get this build. Okay, so it's supposed to get the route for you. It's supposed to get the cruise winds for you. Let me just quickly kill this call and quickly just tell the guy. I'll phone him back. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, that's now actually work. Can you believe it? This time of night. Hello, Dimitri. So anyway, it's got the cruise winds, and it's also got your preferences and stuff that it's going to uplink to your preference init page. And so there's quite a few things it's going to bring in, and that was a neat surprise. I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. So it's going to do away with quite a few issues that we've had in the past and just streamline and make it nicer. Let me just quickly share with you guys here the screen as well here, because now you guys are stuck having to watch on YouTube. There you go. So in a nutshell, we're going to quickly test fly the LPV, and then obviously you saw nothing happened here. This is preview. This is the very, very first iteration of it. So it shows us where Zibo is going to, but we can't use it yet. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Telling you, hey Mac. Hello Mac. Dimitri. Yeah, sorry Dimitri. Mac, how are you guys doing? Sorry, I was just rambling on a bit there. Oh yeah. 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 Right, so Mac, to a certain degree. Not complete. But yeah, okay. So anyway, here we go. Let's quickly run through this plan. Zibo, while you're watching, I've noticed this for a few versions already. You don't draw the go-around lines anymore for some reason. You can see there's a hold, as it should be, you know, in the blue dotted line, but you don't draw the lines anymore. I don't know if that's on purpose or if that's a bug, but I keep on forgetting to ask you. So while you're here, even Sasso picked it up the other evening. That is possibly a bug. Right, let's go. It would be so, yeah. To colorize it. I don't know. No, it's still not there. Still not drawing the go around. I've switched the colorize off. Yeah. No problem. Oh, you're welcome. Missed approach. This one, dashed cyan or magenta. Yeah, the magenta draws it. There it goes. So it's this dashed cyan. That one's broken. Okay, we'll leave them. Dimitri, maybe a month ago. Oh, Zibo is talking. Hold on, let's see. Mr. Pritz. This is X-Plane 12, sir. He says I must disable Vulcan and try again. I'm in X-Plane 12. I'm not in 11. Oh yeah, the other guys' mics are muted. There, I've opened you guys. You guys didn't come through. Okay, now they'll hear you. Sorry, everybody watching. My bad. Zink. Oh, Zibo, if I disable Zink, I will not have FPS. I can hardly fly X-Plane without Zink because I've got this stupid AMD graphics card. So it might work. You might have a point, but I can't do it because then I can't fly X-Plane. Then I go work for the competition. Don't want to do that right now.
Let me load the route and I'll take it.
Mac, yeah, please test it for us while we're talking. Okay.
But if Sasso noticed it, he's got an NVIDIA card.
No, he noticed it on my stream while he was here with me.
Okay.
Ready for pre-flight procedure. Trim up.
Okay. Christer, My mic was not muted. I'm just coming back to your question there. Can you at least hear me? Can you hear me? Or see me on your auto texter? If you're having difficulty on YouTube, you're welcome to come sit here with us. You know that. Right, yeah. I've opened the mic. The mic was actually muted in my broadcasting software, so sorry about that. Hello, Rafael. Right, let me just get my headings and stuff. Let me also see Navigraph. I should be able to put that on screen. Right, so what we're going to do is we are now going to use this EGNOS code. We're going to set everything up just now, even before we go fly. So 351. And we test OK. Right, so the code is 9243.
Out of interest, Nico, the go-around codes work in the dash
The dash IN.
cell.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can show our stream just so you can see.
Okay. So it is AMD and Zink again. Okay, so damn it. 1943.
There you go.
Wait, I'm coming. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, Zink seems to be the problem with the AMD card then again, Zibo. Those things. All right, so if we go back to Navigraph now, let's see if I can move this thing. That side. Okay, so now you can see the identifier is E35A, and then we have E35A. Right, it says runway 35. That is our course heading, and that's obviously the distance, and it says GLS LPV in brackets. Okay, so that looks cool. Okay, all right, well, we're going to fly it. We're going to have a go, see what happens. Let's get some IPU going and get going. Yeah, Christer, it's halfway correct. Basically what happens is it auto detects the range of the codes, because a certain block will obviously be for GLS and a certain block will be for LPV. So depending on the actual code sequence that is put in place, it will then change between GLS and LPV apparently. So there we go. Okay, we've got all that. We've got that set. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Ground to cockpit. Stow is driving up.
Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Papers. Flight deck door. Closed and locked.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Pumps on. Passenger signs. On. Window. Locked. MCP. Speed 147. Heading 351. Altitude 14,000.
Thank you, Rob.
Takeoff speeds.
Yeah, appreciate it. So it's a AMD thing. Damn it.
V1 130. V rotate 138. V2 147. CDU pre-flight.
Still connected and bypass spinning circuit. Release parking
Rudder
brake.
and aileron trim.
Starting pushback. You may start the engine.
Taxi and takeoff briefing. Anti-collision light. On. Before start checklist complete. Engine start procedure. Waiting for the command to start sequence. Starting number 2 engine.
Ryan, in essence, yes. You'll just have to Google a lot. It is similar, but with some distinct changes. I'm not too familiar with the absolute technological differences, but GLS, and now I'm speaking totally under correction, okay, is basically some FMC and some ground-based component, where LPV I think is more leaning towards just the FMC. But I'm also learning as the development happens. I'm having to relearn things that I used to know that I've obviously forgotten. Richard Jones, nope, this is X-Plane 12 and the Zibo mod, sir, not MSFS. Yeah, the GLS definitely makes use of a half of it runs off the ground, half runs off the FMC. But I think LPV is more just FMC. But I'm speaking under correction. Please don't see this as training. Don't take this to heart. Once I know better, I will tell you better. Hello, Steve. Welcome. You're welcome, Richard. And welcome to this crazy family. I hope you can enjoy it with us. Well, I do MSFS streaming as well, but because I work on the Zibo project with Zibo, obviously this is the main thing that we do stream on this channel. So. Hello, Mark.
Now is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed and signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Mark, that sounds like the loading is incorrect or something, or maybe the setup somewhere, but anyway. Hello, Dave. Yes, good evening to you too. And Christer, you're correct. It's very difficult. Currently, we are going on unofficial sources, okay? Literally using unofficial sources to try and get this thing sorted. So that's why we're careful when we say it's not cast in stone yet. It's a work in progress. Okay, so as we get more information, it gets put into the Zibo mod, which means that nothing I say now should be taken for granted and cast in stone, because it can change tomorrow. Okay, when it's done, it will be correct. Okay, but it's still a work in progress. Hello, Thunder. Nice to see you again.
Thank you, Nico. Nice to be here.
Awesome. Hello, Ryan. No, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist. Before taxi checklist. Generators. On. Probe heat. On. Anti-ice. Wing anti-ice off. Engine anti-ice off. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Rejected takeoff. Engine start levers. Flight control.
Yeah, we checked that.
Checked. Flaps. Flaps 5 set, green light, detent. Ground equipment. Clear. Before taxi checklist complete. Ready for taxi.
Let's go.
Okay, the cabin is secure. Have a good flight.
No. Mark, tell you what will help. Come to Discord and come talk to us. Either me or McTrying or one of the guys here. I mean, there's so many guys here now that are so very well clued up with the Zibo mod and all. It's bound to be something very small, huh? So, obviously, read through my install guide. That's the first thing that you need to do. And if you still struggle afterwards, come talk to us. Because here on Discord, you can share your screen with us and we can, double check things with you. Things like that. So before you go and give yourself a lot of work, come talk first.
Just one suggestion, Mark, Captain Mark. Try doing an auto land. That takes away perhaps you making any errors. because it's relying completely on the FMC and other inputs.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. But it could be that his weights are wrong. His weights and his setup
Well,
for landing is wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see, perhaps if auto land causes a problem,
Before
then
takeoff
it
procedure.
could be, as you say, load factors, trim.
Yeah.
See, right, so it's likely to be
Before
something
takeoff
you're
procedure
doing in the
complete.
setup then, Mark.
Ready for before takeoff checklist.
Yeah, my guess too. So that's why it's going to be beneficial to you to just come chat with us. We can talk you through it and stuff, you know. Richard Jones, this is the Boeing 737-800X. The designator X is just for the lawyer's sake, okay? So we don't call it exactly the same as in the real world, but this is basically the X-plane version of what BMDG puts in 2020. Our version of it. It's nice.
With a Zibo add-on as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Flaps 5 set.
Yeah.
Green light. Detent.
We're the Zibo guys.
Stabilizer trim.
And Zibo is sitting here behind us looking at everything.
60
He's the
unit
boss.
set.
He created the aircraft.
Transponder.
He's the king.
TARA set.
Yeah.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Thank you, Linda. Right, let's see. Okay, you don't need any of this. We've got everything done. Let's go.
Stabilized.
Approaching 3-5. On runway 35.
Takeoff thrust set.
Okay, I think we have a 1 or a 2 knot tailwind there, so
80 knots. Throttle hold.
I have to use this runway because we want the LPV. We just don't gonna disregard 1 or 2 knots, which is wind's calm anyway.
V1. Rotate.
100% mark.
Positive rate.
Gear up. That little wing got underneath my wing there a little bit. Right.
Acceleration altitude.
Ryan, I do have the X-RAS for X-Plane 12 installed. Okay, so that's the first one that you will hear about the runways. But when you do enter the runway, Linda has a single line that she says. She will say runway so-and-so confirmed, you know, and but that's the only thing she does about runway numbers and things. So all the other stuff is basically
Flaps up and set.
X-RAS.
Transition altitude.
Did you see Laminar was sporting some volumetric lighting preview on their Facebook page today, Mac, or any of the other guys. Did you see that?
Sorry, say again?
They were showing some volumetric lighting changes that's coming in X-Plane on the Laminar Facebook page today. I think that's where I saw it. Yeah,
Okay.
looked nice.
I haven't seen it, no.
Steve's seen it. Excellent. Looks like I've still got my lights. It's still there. Ooh. Remember it used to disappear? I'm going to keep it on just to test that as well while we're at it. Why not? Hello, Tero. Welcome. LPV. Zibo's updated the LPV enunciations and stuff, so that's the one thing we're looking at, and then he's also updated the MMR to be more in line with real world. So what you'll basically see is when you put in the code, it will automatically determine whether it's LPV or GLS, and then give you the necessary information. Right? We are not seeing the actual GLS thing. We'll see it later again, so you just keep an eye on there. I'll zoom in as we get closer. Not much to see outside now, eh? Yes, sir. And Tero, then the other thing is Zibo's busy working on the SimBrief integration. So in the root page, you now have an uplink button that literally pulls basically everything you want from SimBrief into the system for you. It's not fully operational. He just put it in to show us tonight, and then he'll obviously work on it. So by the time you get this version, it should be working.
1000 to level off. Ready for descent procedure.
Yeah, hold your horses. So it hasn't brought any of that stuff in for us, obviously. Okay. It is, hey, it is. It's gonna take away so much of the hassle now. It's not funny. Right, so let's quickly get Navigraph on here. So we're going to fly the LPV, which is going to give us the 480 foot minima decision altitude over there. As you can see, it's way lower than it would be if we used the LNAV or LNAV with Ian. And so it's nice, it's really cool. All right. frequencies, minima courses, done.
Approach top of descent.
That's a big slowdown, that one. Thank you, Tero. Sure, Zibo will appreciate that comment as well. Right, so currently it's displaying the actual code that we entered, and as we turn around and start facing that runway, we should see the new annunciation happening there as well. So let's see. Listen, it's nice to see you forum guys here talking on the stream as well, eh? Ryan, you, Tero. It's cool. Right, I'm gonna start pulling the speed brake. Ooh, I lost my auto throttle. Must have bumped this silly lever again. No, Thunder, it's got nothing to do with Ian. There is a specific setting in the EFB for LPV that you need to switch on to have the LPV facilities in the Zibo mod. Absolutely, Ryan. No, thanks, man. Nice to see you here. I know.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches on.
I still have my lights. Look, I didn't check at 14,000 foot. Now I'm sorry about that, but still got those lights. Yeah, it definitely has to be switched on as an optional feature. Trying to recover that path now. Right, there you go. There we have our identifier again, E35A Echo 35 Alpha. Let's quickly grab Navigraph there just to show you guys. So there you have it. That is E Echo 35 Alpha. So it is now showing it correctly. And once we hook up, we should see some other displays there in the FMA as well. So we'll keep an eye on it. Zibo, hope you're watching. Hope you're still there. There's path now. Okay, we need to be at 3,000 foot over there. That one's bad.
Oh, Robert.
Approaching transition.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm not sure. In the beginning, when they just started playing with the GLS, I mean, for the longest time, there were like 6 airports in the whole world that had it, and then all of a sudden it just started booming. But that's when LPV kind of took over. I think LPV's got an edge on GLS. It's cheaper to run that system than GLS, from what I understand. So I think that's going to be the predominant one worldwide, will be LPV.
Yeah, LPV, I looked at a list in Europe, 4,300 LPV approaches.
Wow. Mac, your voice sounds different tonight. Is it a new mic?
Yeah, my mic, no, it's just playing up at the moment.
Oh, it sounds perfect.
Computer needs a restart.
Gotcha. Well, you don't sound bad. I'm not saying that. You just sound different.
You sound like you might have had a stop at the helium tank before you came here.
I wish.
Thank you, Thunder.
Regarding that VA thing, Nick, I need to talk to you after stream.
Okay. About the ID number.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000 to level off.
So guys, remember this is a test stream, okay? And like I said before, don't take anything we say right now cast in stone. When it's done and it is in stone, we'll tell you exactly everything, but just bear with us, eh? There you go, look at everything changing. See? There's the runway.
What's your decision altitude here?
480. On LPV it's 480. It's 250 foot AGL.
Yeah. Ah, right, okay. Yep.
Radio altimeter.
Richard, if you come to Discord, there are a couple of guys here that can take your hand and guide you through it. It's going to be the easiest way. It's going to be very difficult if you come from a Microsoft background and you've never seen this one, okay? So I would highly recommend come join our Discord and get a buddy here, you know, mix with the guys, so somebody can just guide you through for the first day or two. Then it's easy. It's much easier, but it's a totally different mindset, you know, so yeah.
If I was to say that MS 2020 is the GUI of it is presented in a gaming format,
yeah,
whereas X-Plane is drop-down list.
Yeah, slightly different, but the best is come join the Discord, get somebody to help you through it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Zibo. Thank you, Zibo, for doing this for me. I requested that when you disconnect auto throttle, it immediately goes to the blue on those little triangles. You see, it's done. Now you've got control.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks, Zibo.
Brilliant.
It's nothing like landing and then you can't stop the aircraft because the throttles are not listening to you. Ah, it's terrible.
Approaching 3-5.
Somebody else mentioned that having enabled and disabled auto throttle, it was also they couldn't use F2 and F3 to control the throttle.
Clear to land runway 35.
Is that likely to be the same problem?
Could be Mac.
Resolved.
It could be. What we need to do is ask that person to test this model when it comes out to see if it still does it, because otherwise he needs to switch off that setting to sync the throttles. That's all.
Yeah.
Tara, I'll have to read your question later. Sorry, busy now. Just hold on.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Reverse unlocked. Speed brake up.
Very nice, Nico.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Very nice. And with a crosswind like that. Do you think that was aided by the
60 knots.
LPV?
No.
Yet.
No, the LPV I disconnected before minimums. I was flying it with hand down, so
Okay.
I was actually a bit low on the glide slope there, so Yeah, so it's complaining about my threshold height. Okay, let's see what Dero says.
What did it say you were at then?
I was at 40 foot when I crossed the line.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Well, Ian, linked to LNAV and VNAV is not going to give you a lower minima. All Ian is going to do is give you a PFD representation to simulate a Cat 1 ILS. Okay, but it's not a more precise approach mode. Okay, that's where LPV comes in. LPV is considered precision, whereas LNAV, VNAV / Ian is not a precision approach. It's just a display
on
version.
Runway 35 on runway
Because
35.
there's no correction from a ground station.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we did something. We on the ground. We made it.
Yeah.
There's
Very
this
nice,
airport
Nico.
chart.
And you know, nice implementation, Zibo. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Awesome. Thank you everybody for joining us, watching. I see a couple of you came and went, and hope some of you came back. But yeah, thank you. That was awesome. Nice.
Nico, just
Yeah.
ask Zibo to quantify his comment in the dev room.
What did he say?
Hang on, I'm trying to find the statement he said.
Okay, hold on. Let me see it. I mean, how it shows during approaches, man. Oh yeah, I'll show you the route page, surprise, because you missed it. I showed it already. I'll show you now.
It was Zibo's comment to Patch on the 26th.
I'll have to go find it.
Non-plan with new options for EFB now, but hard to say what happens in next days.
Yeah, and then he's gone and changed everything. Yeah.
Nice one, Zibo.
Tero, yeah, in terms of what you see, obviously is, let me stop right here while we can still see it. So this is your final display. So it basically tells you the modes that you are in, okay? I'm not sure why they would display it this way, but this is obviously how they told Zibo it works, right? So it gives you obviously the identifier of the runway, it gives you the course heading, tells you it's runway 35 and also your DME, right? And then that is the mode that you are in. So the MMR automatically will go and change between LPV and GLS as it is required. So this is the big change that you will physically see in the simulator on the PFD and such. Okay, there's no other indication, but remember it's a setting in the EFB that you need to go and actually switch on. So in autoflight you need to say you want the LPV approach capability, yes. If you don't have that and if you don't save the setting, then obviously you're not going to have that. Okay, so let's go to the route page for you. There you go, flight plan request. Okay, so this is Zibo's implementation of hooking up with SimBrief. So he's obviously going to pull the route winds and the preferences page and probably the descent winds and all those things that you would get from SimBrief is most likely going to then fit in there. You know, if you click on it now, you'll see there's one or two things that it's talking about, but the code is not operational. Okay, so this is literally using the very first stages of a dream come true. You see, it's talking about all these different uplinks and things that it does. There's like 3 things it mentions, but I'm missing something there anyway.
Right. Quick question. Do we have to put our SimBrief ID in somewhere?
We'll probably have to, yes. Otherwise, how's it going to know?
That's what I'm thinking, why it may not be implemented yet.
Yeah, because there's nowhere I know of where to put this. You know, he hasn't given me the big lowdown. He just, guys, he literally gave us a like a wink and a nod, you know, told me to go look there, you know. So that's how new this is. Is he both typing? I have finished communication interface in FMC. Now I need to pass data and put ones to FMC only. Okay, and then give us a place to put our SimBrief ID. Right, so yeah, I said in the beginning of the stream, I don't even want to tell you when we started talking about this, but me and Zibo started talking about this probably 18 months ago already.
Yeah.
At least we started talking about this, but those of you that know Zibo for a long time, you know he's got his way of doing things, and it's never forgotten, but it takes time to get somewhere, you know? Let me continue my taxi. He's still typing, so I'm going to read to you what he is typing as we get there.
Stabilized.
Yeah, I think this is a milestone for us. All right. Okay, hang on. No, that's confusing. Okay.
Is he still watching your stream?
Yeah, he's listening. He's typing in the dev room. You can see there we're talking.
Yeah, I'm watching that. I was thinking you could talk while you're typing.
Mac, I'm really good at multitasking, but I'm also in a turn here. You know, so somebody's got to have a hand on the tiller. Okay, so I asked him, so how are you going to know which data is ours?
Yeah.
He's typing. Come, Zibo. There's got to be a way to tell SimBrief it's mine.
The reason I ask is, although we put Navigraph information in, I think the ID for SimBrief is different to...
Well, Mac, listen. Okay, he's got a different plan. Okay, I think we jumped the gun a little bit here, Mac. Okay, he's not integrating with SimBrief, he's integrating with the SimBrief downloads.
Ah, right. Okay,
so that's a different thing. So that we jumped the gun a little bit here because he didn't tell us the big lowdown. So guys, I hope you're not too disappointed. But it's obviously SimBrief integration, but from the downloads it seems that is happening. So he's expecting us to import the XML file or to have the XML file on our system, and then he pulls everything from the XML file. That makes it a little bit different.
Now, does it have to be named B738X .xml when we download it? That's what I'm getting at. We need to do some more talking.
Well, yeah, exactly, because he sprung it on us, and you see, now we've said something that wasn't completely right. Okay, no. What happens is you're going to need the XML file. Okay, and then when you click that button in the FMC, it's going to extract everything you need from that file. It's easy as that. Yeah. So the naming will be something we need to discuss. Me personally spoke to SimBrief, one of their guys, probably even longer than 18 months ago. And they said that they are willing to make us a dedicated Zibo XML file. Okay, so maybe that's happened. I don't know. We'll find out. And then we'll take it step by step. But I mean, we're halfway there then. It's still SimBrief integration, just in a little bit of a different way, because what Zibo says here is the Zibo mod never sends any information over the internet. It only reads information. Okay.
Yes.
So that's also something that we need to look at. So let us get back to you guys on the exact specifics, and instead of speculating and breaking hearts, let's find out exactly what he's got planned, and then we'll tell you. It's easy as that.
But it's in the pipeline, folks.
Yeah, so let me ask him while we're sitting here. Let's see. Zibo, you obviously hear me, but let me type it for you as well. I'm asking him if we rename it or how that works.
Well, my problem with that is that you can only have one WIN file then, not one per route.
Ryan, yeah. Fortunately, I said, we're still talking. This is so new. It's brand new. We don't know all the ins and outs yet, man.
Time to get a 3D printer, Ryan.
Yeah. Print new tablets. Well, Krister, let me show you guys this. This is basically what Antonio did. For those of you that don't know about this, it's called SimBrief to Zibo. This is his little Python script, okay? And literally what happens here is you put in your SimBrief ID, and this thing runs in the background. And what it literally does is it goes and fetches your FMS file. You see there, look, it went and fetched it now. So it fetches the XML file as well as the FMS file, and then it does this. It literally renames it and puts it in place, and you literally don't have to do anything. So if you go to your output FMS plan, that's automated. That happened just now. See there, it tells you it's just done it. Okay, so if you use something like this, I mean, literally you do nothing. This little script, it's a Python script, puts everything in place for you. The question is then, Zibo is typing, depending on what Zibo wants here, Antonio can quickly change that code. Antonio is brilliant. He's a brilliant little programmer. He'll change that code to just interface with what Zibo did, and then it's fully automated. You do nothing.
Yeah, we've had that for a couple of weeks now, haven't we? Well, it's been developing over the last month.
Yes. Yeah. So,
working well for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Zibo says you can rename it yourself. Okay. Yeah, that is. We've got two options. Okay, you've got the one Hendrik made that works in one way, and then you've got this one from Antonio that works in a different way. So I think what we need to then do, because Zibo obviously is now saying that we can rename the file ourselves, okay, we can speak to both Hendrik and Antonio, and then the two guys, just develop their little plugins a little bit further. You understand? To incorporate this now, because literally, I mean, you're talking about Hendrik's one, Tero. That's why I picked up on it. I'm using the one from Antonio. So we'll see which side we go to, and then we can make little tutorial videos for you, and we'll show you exactly how to automate the whole system. Because literally, you don't even have to use the SimBrief downloader if you've got, these apps.
Talking out loud, I'm just wondering whether Zibo could take your departure and arrival airfield and use that when he does his call, rather than B738X.
Yeah. We'll see.
Anyway.
We'll see. Let him finish it, okay? And then we meet everybody here. Yeah, that's Hendrik, Tero. So we'll let Zibo finish this, okay? Because this, I mean, you all know this is a surprise, even to us guys here.
It is.
Yeah. Then let him finish. Then we speak to Antonio and we speak to Hendrik, and we let them do their little apps, and then we show you both, and then it's up to you to decide which one you take, and we'll make little tutorial videos on it, and then you can literally automate this whole process. Then you never ever have to run the SimBrief downloader unless you really have to for a different aircraft or for some other reason, so. Yeah, Ryan, the VAS airplane toolbox, I've tested that thing 3 times already, and for some reason, and I don't know why I gave up on it, but I'm trying to figure out, I can't use it anywhere else except in Europe for some reason. I never really bothered with America, but I can't use it in South Africa at all. It's just way out in South Africa, so I gave up on it basically. Exactly, Tero. Exactly what I'm trying to say. So we'll find a way. Let Zibo do his thing. The very fact that we've got that button and it's going to import everything for us is just magic, man, because it's going to revolutionize the way we use this aircraft. So I'm happy so far. Let's see where Zibo goes. We'll show you as it progresses, if he gives us a chance to show you, and we'll take it as it comes. Okay, that's about it.
Looking good though, Nico. Very good.
Nice surprise.
Yeah.
Christer, I can't remember the guy's name. We did try and work with him, okay? There are reasons that I'm not going to discuss in public why it didn't happen. Okay, it's not that we didn't want to or he didn't want to. There are technical things in the Zibo that makes it difficult. Okay, so take it at that. If you want to know more, come to Discord. I'll tell you. But yeah, we were there in the beginning when he launched it. We really tried our best to work together, and it never really, had any traction, so we kind of just left it at that time. Yeah. Okay, so guys, girls, everybody, enjoy your rest of your evening or your day wherever you are. It's late for us. It's almost 10:30 p.m. So I'll check you guys some other time. Thank you for watching and your interest and your support of Zibo and the Zibo mod and us guys, Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Nico.
Okay. Bye-bye.